Applebee's has a brand new Big Easy menu. It features all your Bourbon Street favorites in one new menu. Plus a new Bourbon Street chicken and andouille sausage penne starting at just $11.99.
Limited time price, participation, and selection may vary.
On today's Smart 7, Starmer the Charmer hits the White House, mystery over death of Gene Hackman, and much more. It's Friday, 28th of February, it's Science Day, and happy birthday, Barry McGuigan.
The Smart 7. It's news, but
Not the news.
UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer was in Washington on Thursday on a mission to charm Donald Trump. His goal was twofold: to help shift Donald's view on Ukraine away from his original pro-Putin stance that saw him call Zelensky a dictator, and secondly, to try and avoid Trump tariffs for the UK economy. He pulled out the big diplomatic guns and presented Trump with a unique personal letter.
It is my pleasure to bring from His Majesty the King. It's an invitation for a second state visit. This is really special. This has never happened before. This is unprecedented.
And that says at Windsor. That's
Yes.
really something.
Yes. What I haven't got yet is your answer.
The answer is yes.
It was a well-thought-out move, which seemed to land with the US president, and there was a warm and positive atmosphere that carried through to the press conference, where Trump even praised Starmer's abilities as a negotiator. He also floated the idea of a trade deal with the UK rather than rattling a sabre over sanctions, and reflected on his love of the UK and his golf properties.
I have a great warm spot for your country.
And our trade, obviously, is fair and balanced, and in fact, you've got a bit of a surplus, so we're in a different position there. And obviously, we contributed hugely in relation to Ukraine, and taken together with Europe, there's about 50%
It'll
of
work
what's gone
out.
in.
The White House visitors book is getting plenty of signatures this week, with French President Macron, Keir Starmer, and on Friday President Zelensky all visiting President Trump. Zelensky has perhaps the toughest task, facing a president who called him a dictator less than a week ago, but appeared to be retracting the remark on Thursday evening. The highlight of the Ukrainian president's visit is expected to be the signing of the rare earth deal, which Trump sees as a way to recover funds advanced to Ukraine to help fight off Russia's invasion. Zelensky stopped over in Ireland on his way to Washington and met with Irish Taoiseach Micheál Martin, who was happy to make a case for Ukraine with the EU.
We made it clear that we would push very strongly for an accelerated timeline in terms of Ukrainian membership of the European Union. He's very keen on that. It's a priority because in itself it gives certain security guarantees to Ukraine, but economically also it opens up very significant opportunities.
Meanwhile, Reform's deputy leader Richard Tice was under pressure in the Commons over his boss Nigel's previous support for Vladimir Putin.
The issue is that Putin is a vile dictator. We all know that, and my own leader has also confirmed that it is Putin that is the aggressor in this war.
The British Dental Association was sounding alarm bells on Thursday over the continuing shortage of NHS dentists. The government has been working to improve the level of cover and has pledged that it will roll out an extra 700,000 dental appointments starting from April. However, with 2.2 million people in need of treatment, the BDA was warning that people may end up resorting to what it called Victorian treatments if they are in pain or in need of urgent care. Dr. Paul Woodhouse is a director of the British Dental Association, and he says untreated dental issues can lead to things like sepsis.
We see people turning up at A&E with toothaches. We see people, the same people we sometimes refer to as, sadly, frequent flyers who can only get urgent appointments. So most practices will reserve a slot or two every day where someone in real need can get in.
A new review by Baroness Burton has proposed that degrading, violent and misogynistic pornography should be banned in the UK. The study uncovered alarming evidence, including that non-fatal choking of women during sex in porn has led to an uptick of the offence in the real world, even though it is already a criminal offence if carried out without consent. The review proposes sweeping new powers for content regulator Ofcom, and Technology Secretary Peter Kyle says that there may be more that can be done under the Online Safety Act.
We do have power to prevent people having this. We have the powers to prevent people getting access to it, even if the material is provided from elsewhere. We just need to find ways of making sure that that is done efficiently and effectively. And if I have to adapt the law, then of course I'll act as swiftly as I can.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, Max and Lando are back in action, and why mystery surrounds the death of an acting great. Right after this.
Save on feel-good favorites with great everyday prices at Whole Foods Market. Look for the yellow low price signs throughout the store on quality proteins like responsibly farmed Atlantic salmon. Prioritize well-being for less with 365 by Whole Foods Market supplements and delicious smoothie ingredients like organic whole strawberries and almond milk. Don't sacrifice quality. Shop great daily prices at Whole Foods Market, in-store and online.
Welcome back.
Thursday night saw one Premier League game as West Ham welcomed Leicester. The game finished 2-0 to the hosts, which sees West Ham relatively safe at 15th in the table, with Leicester stuck in the relegation zone. This week has also seen the start of Formula One testing in Bahrain, and it looks like old rivalries are ready to be renewed as Max Verstappen and Lando Norris made a joint press conference appearance. Last season saw a fairly spiky dynamic on the track, but the winter break seems to have cheered both of them up.
Yeah, it's terrible relationship. We don't get on anymore. It's taken its toll. Big drama now.
Yeah,
big problems.
We had a fight the other day in a local pub.
If you have small children, you'll be familiar with the adventures of Peppa Pig. Peppa has been 4 years old for 20 years now, along with her brother George, who is still apparently 2. But there's pig news. I'm sorry, that should be big news. The Pig family has big news, and Mummy Pig popped up on GMB to share the news with a slightly disinterested nation. The new edition does not as yet have a name or agenda, but will presumably have merchandise shortly.
I'm excited to share that our family is getting even bigger because we're having another baby. I'm due in the summer and we're all so excited.
There was what appears to be a tragic incident on Thursday as police discovered the bodies of actor Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy Arakawa. They, along with one of their German Shepherd dogs, were found in their home in Santa Fe, and it appeared the couple had been dead for some time. A formal investigation has now been launched. Gene Hackman was one of the great actors of his generation, winning 2 Academy Awards, 4 Golden Globes and 2 BAFTAs over the course of his long career. He had a number of iconic roles, including as Lex Luthor in the first Superman movie, as Popeye Doyle in The French Connection, and as the sheriff in Clint Eastwood's Unforgiven. He spoke to Terry Wogan back in 1986 about his approach to art and acting.
Do you do it for the art or for the money?
Absolutely art. The money comes secondary. It's funny that after Superman, the first Superman, I didn't really like my work in it after the film was over. And I decided to stop. And then when I wanted to come back to work, it took a long time to get a job. It's kind of fun, and I really enjoy it.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Applebee's has a brand new Big Easy menu. It features all your Bourbon Street favorites in one new menu. Plus a new Bourbon Street chicken and andouille sausage penne starting at just $11.99. With Cajun flavors sure to get your taste buds dancing. Applebee's is bringing Bourbon Street to your street. Make sure to try the Big Easy menu now. Only at Applebee's. Only at Applebee's.
Limited time price, participation, and selection may vary.